and welcome back to my subscribers. If you're not already a subscriber, I'll put a link here for you. In this video, I'm going to go over a magazine kit for the Smith Wesson M&P-22 pistol. If you have the full-size M&P-22, this is the video you're going to want to watch. But in this one, we're going to talk about the magazine kit for the compact version. Now, if you haven't seen one of these magazine kits before, it puts 14 rounds in the factory 10-round magazine. Currently, they're sold with a shock bottle follower, but the problem is, or the feedback I've seen, is about the shock bottle not locking the slide open on last shot fired. So here we have one of the 14-round kits with the shock bottle follower. When you shoot that last round, it doesn't lock it back. Now, the reason behind this is when you remove the little load assist button here in the factory magazine to put the 14-round kit in, this is what locks the slide back, not the follower itself. Like in most pistols, the follower itself locks the slide, but in this case, it's the button on the side of the magazine that locks the slide. So when we take that out to put this kit in, you no longer get the ability to lock the slide back. So this new follower that's going to replace the shock bottle follower, and I'll put links to all this stuff where you can find it in the video description below. This one's going to lock the slide open. It's going to do it a little bit different. It's actually going to catch the slide itself, kind of like an AR-15 conversion kit does. If you're not familiar with that, with the 22 magazine kits, usually the follower comes up and it catches the AR-15 bolt and locks it open. So when you pull the magazine out, the bolt falls. So it's really not actually working the slide lock, it's catching the bolt, holding it open for you. But the kit itself is real simple. It's just a follower, a spring, and a spring retainer. To install it, it's super easy. We're going to take our factory magazine, we're going to depress the little button on the bottom, and we're going to slide off the base pad with our thumb, like so. There's a spring under tension, so you want to keep your thumb covered in the base of the magazine because that's going to shoot out. So we'll pull off our base pad, we're going to keep that because we're going to use that, and then let off that spring tension, and here comes the little spring retainer. We're not going to need this, so put it in a bag and label what gun it came from, so you know what it is later on down the road. And then we'll pull out our magazine spring, and then we'll slide the button down to the very end where that little round spot is, and then we pull that out with our fingers. In some cases it'll fall out, and then the follower. So here's the factory follower. So what we're going to use is we're going to use the factory tube, and we're going to use the factory base pad at this point. So now we take our spring and our new follower, and if your spring has polarity or is angled like this, you're going to angle that with the follower itself. So you'll notice the spring is going up to the left, so is our follower going up to the left. So we click that on like so, and then we take it and we slide it in our magazine tube, and then we're going to compress this spring and put our magazine spring retainer on here. You'll notice the spring retainer has 3 little bumps on it. The 2 bumps are going to line up with the spring like so, and then the other one is on the opposite side, and you notice it's not in the center of the retainer. We're going to place that closer to the end where the front of the magazine is. So I'm going to press that there, depress it, cover it with my thumb like so, and then take the base plate or the base pad and slide that on, and it should lock into place. If it doesn't lock into place, just whack it around a couple times, and there it goes into spot. So there, now we've got our magazine put together, and this will give us 14 rounds in the magazine. So the way this locks back, as mentioned, is when the last shot is fired, the follower comes up just a little bit higher than the shock bottle one, and it engages the slide back here. You'll notice that, press the magazine release. You'll notice that it engages right back here at the rear. So that's how this magazine works for this one, since we lost that button. What that does is, the negative sides of it are that the magazine doesn't drop free now because I'm pressing the button, it's not coming out. You can press it and pull it, but the slide drops. What I find works for me best is to, once I'm done, I push the slide back, engage the slide lock myself manually, and then our magazine drops out. Another problem with the shock bottle follower is the ability that you lost that load button, and this goes with all the magazine kits out there. You lose that button. So I find it's easy. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to take my left thumb here and I'm going to press it, put it right there against the side, and I'm going to take my bullet. I'm just going to press it down like so. Now I can pretty much load all these magazines in this manner right here. But if you load about 3 rounds, you'll notice there's a hole now on the side. So using this little load assist button, and like I said, I'll put the links to all this stuff in the video description below, you can now pull those bullets down. It's not as smooth, in my opinion, as the button is, as just me putting them in myself, but let's see what we can do. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 one is a little tough for me to get in. As you can see, I just can't seem to get it far enough down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that button out and I'm going to do it my way, which is to push down right there and pop it in. So it's something about the ridges right here that's causing that issue, but you can see the button, the hole is still available. It's just the little ridges are making it wobble cattywampus on me. So that last button is, or that last round is tough to use to get in with that button, but the rest of them are super easy using it. So here's our 14 rounds. Once they're gone, locks back on the follower. Like I said, if you have the full-size version, I'll put a link to that here at the end of the video. Well, as always, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video.